narrow in their eyes straight into that position. And for VP, I mean, they're going to get a bye back into the fourth, but that is such a disappointment to lose.
Well, Incendiary is coming out for the CT side as they press forward. Smokes down, AWPs, M4s, the AK, of course, for Godsent. Still out here with the AKs, of course, of Virtus.Pro. Farlig, first good pick, finding Yakindar. James going to fall back out position as Marden rotates into position, looking to try and back up the CT forces, but they back off for a moment, considering a rotation towards the A site.
I'll tell you what, the A players are actually in really good positions. Styko's out towards Sandwich and Crystal towards back green. Now, Maiden is smoked off from this con angle, but as soon as it starts to dissipate, he's able to make his way through. 3 players here at A. VP, not too much utility to work with. And it comes down to this Ivy presence, honestly, from Sanji. He's got to try and at least make a play, because at the moment, VP, they're in a man disadvantage.
Utility up from James, looking like it's going to be the Ivy smoke. Virtus.Pro onto the A bomb site, 3-pronged attack, excuse me. They've got Ivy control as well. Sanji will just press forward past the smoke, try to look for these 2 CTs that are out here on the defense. AWP spotting them, taking a shot, not landing anything the same. And Styko gets kicker as well. Bomb out in the open, Farlig finds himself a pick. Sanji gets in the back to stop it. Let's get 2 and 3.
The XM out for Styko, maybe trying to play somewhere aggressively, whether it's out through Pop Dog. And looks like that's where he wants to lead this early advantage. Just some upgraded pistols. Actually, no, it's just one. It's just a deagle from Sanji. For the rest of them, it's just going to be the Glocks.
Certainly exploitable for the likes of the XM, Styko. Doing beautiful things with rifles and deagles in that last map. I wonder if they'll light up 5 players for XM spam. I mean, seen it before. Not from Styko per se, but it's possible. Fortunately, Crystal is going to be the man out towards Ivy, taking out Sanji, and they're invading that pop dog position because they know that Styko's contesting it. If he gets several kills with that shotty, he's going to get so much money for this one. M4 for Marden gets a Dren, 5 on 3. Flashbang to try and support Crystal, and he does blind off James here towards the Ivy entrance, but yeah, T-side falling apart as you would expect. James rounds the corner, drops that bomb, kicker last man out towards the Ivy control. A little bit passive on this one, so he'll make his way up and probably get shut down by the CT forces.
Kick it. Can't really do too much. Try and push through that smoke. The XM.
Double up setup from Crystal as well. Okay, they did actually drop an M4 for it, so that's fine. Yeah, utility out, of course, for the Godsent side is not going to be massive, but will be enough with the rifles coming in. 2 Galil's Virtus.Pro, meanwhile, they're pretty hurt of their own right. Their aggression is going to have to counter what they lack in firepower.
We talk about aggression. Kinder has been able to get out of the sandwich position so far, quite often on the T side, but he gets denied one. And I'll tell you what, this double orb presence, one thing I certainly remember on train yesterday, Jay, is how often they switch it around. This time, it's going to be Styko picking up the AWP. I mean, we saw with a pretty nice clutch coming out, or nice ace to say, on Overpass. This time around, he's going to be rewarded with a second orb.
Incendiary's down. Styko will take that first contact. Yakindar land it perfectly. Nail on towards Pop as well, and Sanji. The worst timing is he made his way down the ladder at the wrong moment. Further Incendiaries to try and force him back. They know what's going on here. But it is an eco coming in from the VP squad. Just these deagles, or this deagle I should say, for Dren. And not much else coming in for the T side.
And Godsent have rotated Farlig over to B to try and help the B defender of Zen. He's very aggressive at the moment.
Oh,
good old AWP shot coming out from Styko. But this should be an easy cleanup. No bomb flash probably come. The pistol round and the anti-eco conversion, which looked very simple for them. These gun rounds have been massive struggles at the moment. And back to the eco they go once again.
Orbs out on both players again for Styko and Farlig. They've been hitting wonderful shots so far, and again Styko will land one out of the T-con area. Quick pick. Can't quite get Sanji with the nade, unfortunately, but Incendiary will certainly force him back out of the pop dog area. We'll leave it to Kicker instead over in that position, as the Molotov does not quite extend all the way down that position. A minute and 10. So far it's been very passive from VP, trying to see if they can find a cheeky face. We'll see Marden down here, Deagle and Kicker doing damage, not getting a kill though, so Smoke will come forward. Farlig gets a big James respond with a good kill on a damaged Marden, but they respond with a second and a third. Oh my god, how is he predicting his position so well?
Well,
given the investments, it's still going to be a low money line regardless for the Godsent squad. Double ops back in for Farlig and Marden, a reinvestment from VP thanks to that bomb plant. Early smokes out, but not an execution, not a rush out of the T-Con area, so see some response utility coming in from Godsent, and they wait back to their standard positions.
Well, Crystal's pushed Ivy. This is already a lot of information. Now, Zen's actually playing alone at B. When will Farlig rotate? We've seen him try to defend Zen quite a lot of this B bomb side, and it's a good opening coming out from Styko. The rotations finally started to come in from the AWP.
Look at how pushed up Zen is here in the ramp area. He puts a nade on towards Jamin Kicker, he can do so much. He goes past them, the spray is awkward, and the response frag from Farlig does come in. James takes him down, and Marden's not that far behind him. So 2 AKs from Styko and Crystal. I imagine a save call may come in. They might look for exits, but this retake is going to be a little bit too difficult for them. On A site, I can understand they were a little bit tagged up. They had positions already set, but peeking in from CT, Crystal's going to go down. Now Styko has got to save.
And the money is not great, so they're going to be on double eco status. So Godsent have to force this. That's... Oh my goodness, that AWP jumped back! That was insane! Unfortunately, for the T side, they don't really want 2 AWPs. I'm honestly surprised that Crystal's staying around for so long at B.
His momentum over the course of this series, so the damage certainly helps, but for a moment you thought that maybe, just maybe, those P2Ks would have come up with the headshots against them, especially when that kill came in for Old Hell. But it is a night for Godsent. The forced investment here from VP. Scout out for James, CZs for Adren, Deagle's out for Yekindar, and SMG in for Sanji as well. James finds the opening pick though on the CT defensive. The Deagle for Yekindar next up. Oh no. How many times have we seen this from VP in this tournament?
It's happening again, boys. They know exactly where Styko is. They tagged him up at least a little bit. And as soon as Adren starts to push forward in the brown halls, they know exactly the information that there is no presence in brown halls. It's the Ivy presence. Crystal and Zen to try and back each other up. Look how close the CTs are behind this smoke as well.
Yakindar sneaking in. Crystal does take him down just as the smoke starts to fade. AK also around the corner for Zen, does recover to a 3-on-3 situation. But Sanji backstabbing, didn't even see that coming. Crystal will force Sanji up against Zen, but Zen finds the trades though. 2-on-2 scenario. Godsent losing a lot of ground to VP, and they know where some of these rifles have been dropped as well. So if they wanted to go for a save, Jamin and Adren could ditch the objective and just hold some rifles into the next round here. For Godsent, obviously, they've still got a bit of a challenge in the CZ and the Scout. They are without Kevlar, and they're making their way in as pop dog control is gained by Adren. He did great work with this position over in the pistol against the rifles. They're a little bit more firepower. Styko jumping between trains, seen by Adren at the top end. But onto the bomb train, he will go. The plant secured. No, it's not. Adren denying last second, 10 seconds of the clock. And the Scout peeking in, missing its shot. Styko can plant the bomb safe and force the 1v1.
James does not over-aggress. Styko with the Galil up, trying to reposition into the connector face. Does he play back? He's going to play extremely passive. Now, James doesn't have a kit. Is he just going to play the time? Styko, this is so incredibly smart. He's waiting for James to over-aggress. And so far, James hasn't given too much information away, but he's running out of time to work with.
Styko, Galil around the corner, tap on the bomb once. James looking for his scout shot. Jump facing around the other side. Styko's just going to hold passive. He knows he's not got a kit. What a shot from James, but he's not got time for the defuse. A good effort from VP's main sniper player, Scout or AWP. It doesn't matter to him. We saw that's the reason why they went for the force buy in that last round. And the half buys still have 2 Deagles, still have 2 CZs. I think if you count up the CZ and Deagle kills over the course of this map up, you'll find the VP's numbers are insanely high. in this best of 3. But it isn't a full-blown commitment, it's a half-buy to do damage, to take rifles away from Godsent, hopefully. And force them back when it comes to the rifle round investment. For now, it's default players. Godsent trying to get a beat on what they've done here. They suspect it might be a force buy. CT's pushing forward. Better be ready for this. Jamie the Dread around the corner. Killy gets 1. Damage sustained by the 2 players, but Zen does end up with a double. And Martin takes up Yekindar with Sanji falling. So fortunately, they evade the disaster round.
That's a really nice cleanup coming out for VP. Oh, I should say Godsent. What am I saying here? No, it was really well dealt with. I mean, I don't mind the aggression coming out from VP towards that Brown Halls. It's a good adjustment, especially on a round where you're on a half bar. You want to really get up close and personal to the T's, and well, that's exactly what we saw from them. But unfortunately, they just weren't able to take those players down towards that top pop dog position. Well, no one goes down for Godsent. At least for the T-side economy, in favor of VP, only one of the kills is with a MAC-10. So if you take that into consideration, considering it was a half buy, Godsent haven't been able to, like, just explode their bank, if that makes sense, Jay.
Into that Galil as well. Or not. Oh, yes. I'm not sure what they're trying to do here, Farley. Hold on to the M4. Kick out does fall down, so the double orbs once again in play for Virtus.Pro. Godsent. Tech 9 for Martin. Styko's going to try and aggress, but they haven't allowed him to get those picks. They're reading onto where he's trying to entry to, and they're not going aggressive towards Brown Halls for it. Godsent in general, however, they are. A lot less T-con presence, a little bit of IB control from Farley, trying to look for an opening kill, hopefully. But the other 4 players of Godsent set themselves up towards Brown Halls. This could be a quick B execution here.
It certainly could do, and they've actually brought Adren back to B. We've seen a couple of rounds in a row now where Kickert's been playing alone. Now, James got quite aggressive towards that T-con position, and they're going to rotate Sanji in. They've got the information. James pushed out T-con. He sees no presence. Now there's 3 players at the B bomb site. VP are getting so much information at the moment.
They still have a chance here. Godsent, if they rotate through Pop Dog, then they could hold off on their own, but they're going to commit full frontal towards B, and Cindy is coming forward. Styko looking for a Adren in the back line. Doesn't see the player top of white, though. Martin still gets him. 1 player out in the open. Styko's going to get that shot against him, and just barely recovers against Kicker, leaving the double orbs on the A site defense as the last thing standing. Godsent walking into the trap, but styling their way right back out of it. And VP forced to save, concede 14 to the T side.
And wasn't that round just like on Overpass on the CT side for VP? Having that 4-man stack at B and just like not being able to hold it. Exactly the same thing comes out again on Train. And for Virtus.Pro, I mean, they're finding so much information. Like, tactically, they know exactly what's going on. They're reading Godsent so well. And Styko, like, how does he find that second kill? How is he not traded after finding the first out from heaven? He stays alive.